What's going on, Geminites? It's your boy GemMint. I'm back with another statue unboxing and review. This is another Prime1 Studio BERSERK statue. This time it's Nosferatu ZODD. I think it was last week when I did my first BERSERK statue unboxing. It was the guts from Prime1, which I absolutely loved. I teased that this was coming in that video, and now it's here. Before we jump into the review, guys, I want you to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and hit the like. We are giving away this MCU Phase 2 box set once we hit 80,000 subscribers. I want you to stay tuned until the end of the video so you can see what you got to do to enter. Alright, man, these shipper boxes are a little bit banged up, and I kind of have a situation with one of the portraits that I'll talk about when we show you them during the close-up. For now, let's go ahead and get these art boxes outside of the shippers. Alright guys, just like with guts, you have two big boxes, one bigger than the other. This one has the kind of red stylized artwork with a picture of Zod on one side, and then a close-up of his head sculpt on the other with the brand on the sides. Then you have here kind of more of the actual statue itself, kind of with some graphics. This is the big boy, this is the base. I'm thinking we're gonna go ahead and take everything out of this box first, get it on a turntable, show you close-ups, then assemble and review. Alright, so very classy here. We actually have the white fabric covering up all the pieces here, so very nice. Alright, so let's get the base down first. Enormous base. I was kind of expecting it after seeing how big the guts base was. Dang, this is humongous. Alright, so what else do we have here? We have a piece of an axe, got a bloody axe. Man, we got this huge severed horse's head. This is crazy, man. They do the guts and the blood so well on these pieces. Alright, looks like we have some of the mixed media here for Zodd's outfit. Alright, and then we have some more blades with his hand. This is the exclusive, so it comes with 3 switch out hands. So here we have one of the blades, and then we have a blade that goes into, it looks like his thigh. Alright, another hand with a weapon. And another sheath. What do you call them? Sheath. And the last 2 pieces from this box, you have another blade of an axe, and you have a shield, a wooden shield. Alright, this box has Zodd's body, which is huge. It's one big piece. It just doesn't have his hands or his portrait on. So let's go ahead and key him in first to get him out the way. Yeah, man, this guy is huge. Man, it's like a 1/3 scale, but this is a 1/4 scale. He's just a huge character. And now let's see what else we have. We have some of the soldiers on the base. We have some of their hands and such. We got the BERSERK brand, soldier swords, one of the arms from these soldiers. Let's see. Another hand for Zodd. I believe this is the exclusive, actually, the hand where he's holding one of the helmets. Got a soldier's head, another arm, we got a little crow. And lastly, we have his head sculpt, which is huge. Now, he comes with 2 head sculpts. What happened was, I bought this from a seller, he's a good guy. I got the dreaded call as he was packing it up that one of these fell and the back pieces of his hair chipped off. Gave me a lot of different options, and I decided to go with the option that he was going to have somebody fix it, and he would still send me this piece. I could still do the review just without the second head sculpt. He gave me such a good deal on the piece, man. I hated to just return the whole thing and hunt for it all over again, and these pieces are keepers for me. I don't plan on selling these things. They're 2 huge boxes. It would be probably a loss, but I went with that option, so I'll have the second head sculpt coming in soon. Man, I'm just blown away with this BERSERK line. This guy is a beast. We still have a ton of pieces to put together. There are instructions that kind of help you out a little bit here. I think the horse goes right here, though. So we get that bad boy in right there. I'm thinking that this guy's head goes over here. Alright, the sword goes there. Sometimes these instructions are too blown up, and you can't really tell where on the base it's actually going. Looks like we have a loose padding on the bottom there. Alright, so this definitely has to go right here, right? Okay, it looks like this is also a switch out for the axe, so you have like a bloody one and a non-bloody one. Man, I'm at a loss for words here. Prime1 Studio has outdone themselves with these Berserk statues. These are just like Guts, like a big diorama. So much going on with the base here. Tons of switch outs. So much detail. Super high quality, man. That's what you get really with Prime1. Before we jump into the review, let's talk a little bit about who Nosferatu ZODD is. And all my die-hard Berserk fans, go easy on me. I'm not done with the manga yet. I'm on volume 13. Did manage to watch the 97 anime and the 3 movies from, what was it, 2014 or so? But this is Nosferatu ZODD in his human form. I'm not sure yet if he's a demon or an apostle. I think he's an apostle. And he is a huge character that is rumored to be immortal. He's been living for 1,000 years. He comes out every now and then to fight in man's wars. So when we find him in the Golden Age arc of the manga, he's basically defeating an army inside the castle in this kind of dungeon area. So the Band of the Hawk, which is the mercenary group that Guts is with, they go in there to see what's going on. Why are none of these soldiers coming out? Guts goes in solo and ends up seeing this guy, Zod, basically murdered, I think it was 100 soldiers. So that's what you're getting on the diorama too. You have a bunch of soldiers. Zod is extremely powerful in his human form, and he can actually transform into this big demon kind of Super Saiyan gorilla form with cloven feet, big beast kind of bear type of creature with horns. And Prime1 has a crazy diorama of that's coming out. So super powerful in this form, but gets even more large and powerful in his apostle form. When I saw Zod in the manga and in the anime, it immediately reminded me of Akuma. And I know a lot of guys in the comments are saying that Street Fighter 2 borrowed heavily from his portrait for Akuma with that kind of big wide nose and the kind of similar hair, although Akuma has a little bit more. So it's kind of cool to see the possible inspiration for that character. And it looks like Guts even has inspiration for like Final Fantasy VII's Cloud with the big Buster sword. So I don't know if those were direct inspirations, but I mean, you got to admit they look similar. Zod, you know, so far where I'm at in the manga, and I'm not going to give spoilers here, he seems to respect Guts. And he seems to be scared of Griffith for good reason. But he kind of helps Guts out a little bit. And I don't know where we're at with him right now, so I can't wait to read up. I got all the volumes coming in because I couldn't wait for the deluxe editions anymore. But we also see him fighting with the Skull Knight, so it seems to be like Zod is definitely on the bad side. Jumping into this review, this is the exclusive. There's 350 of them. I think the retail price was around $1,000 or so. Shipping is 2 large boxes, so it gets expensive on the aftermarket because most of us collectors who just ship, you know, regularly, it's gonna cost you like $80 to $150 per box to ship each of these. A lot going on in the base, like I mentioned, the defeated soldiers. It's a very gruesome scene. You have severed heads, you have severed bodies, intestines coming out. These guys are draped over the edge of the rock, lifeless. You see their weapons scattered about. You see a severed horse's head scattered about, right? So a lot of gruesomeness going on, and the way that Prime1 does Guts, no pun intended, they do it great, man. It's colorful, it's shiny, it's slimy looking, it's very highly detailed, along with everything in this base, all the little Easter eggs, all the little bits of the story that they're telling with this base. Moving up to Zod, he is incredibly massive, right? I mean, you got... Let's take the measurements, because you got this one piece, which is his body. And then you go up to the top of the portrait. Yeah, he's about 33 inches tall, guys. And the diameter of the base looks to be about 17 inches as well. So similar to Guts, I would say. Although, if you want to measure at its widest point, because you have this soldier that's hanging down and the ears of this horse, it's almost like 23 inches if you want to look at like the depth of it that way. He's massive. The paint job looks amazing. I love the skin tone on him. It looks great. You have this dry blood on him, on his hands, even like where he's gripping his weapon. You have this mixed media kind of faux fur around his legs, for his pants, and then he has this kind of draped over animal pelt, even has little paws here. It looks like the collector I bought it from had it tied up to go tight around his neck, but right now I just have it draped over. Great detail, like even his knees, like the little line work in his knees and the pores of the skin looks so realistic. His armor looks super deadly, man. Even his belt buckle's intimidating, and the little emblem on his chest here looks crazy. That's crazy detail, scary looking piece. Tons of switch outs on this. You could actually switch this piece out depending on what weapon he's holding. So I guess actually for this, it would make more sense to have the weapon with his kind of machete blade, right? And then you would use this empty one if he had one of these weapons in his hands, which we're going to switch out. But I kind of showed these up close, so you have two different options with this axe here. You can have this one that has like literal bloody guts on the blade, which is super creepy. And you can switch that out if you don't want to have it too hardcore. And you can just have this kind of dulled, bloodied axe, which is not that much less gruesome, right? Or whatever you want to say. It's still pretty bad. In his right arm, the exclusive, like I said, he's holding this soldier's helmet. So it's a pretty cool look. And you could switch that out. And then you have these two options with his hands, right? You can have the bloody machete with the guts dripping off of the edge, or you can have the regular one where it's dried up. It's probably too long. It's probably getting cropped out right now if I look at it like this. I love the portrait. I love the hair. I love the little spiked look, although it is fragile. Like I said, man, the seller, he was super devastated, man. Like, he dropped one, or he said his wife did, and some pieces on the back got broken off. And I kind of looked at it like, you know what? I mean, how often am I going to really switch out the heads? It's not an exclusive piece. Forget it. The guy said he could fix it for him. I don't really mind. Like I said, this is a personal collection piece. This is not something that I really plan on getting rid of. And I'm sure it'll get repaired just fine. I do like the outstretched hand. It just makes it so much more deep, right? And I think where I want to display it, it's going to work out like that. But let's just really quick switch out. So much detail on the wrist on this too. Even the hand, it almost has like a translucency to it. You have the dried blood. The wraps have the blood on it. Oh, actually, it switches up the position too, so it's not as outstretched. Guys, I'm really, really loving this universe. I'm loving this statue line. I know a lot of people are tagging me in other Berserk statues from like Art of War's old school ones. I think, is it not First Four Figures? Somebody else is doing Berserk ones, but I just really like the Prime1 huge centerpieces. So I do have the Guts Berserker armor on the way. I'm trying to get me a Femto exclusive. I'm sure I'll come up on that in a couple days. And then I guess the Beast of Casca's Dream is coming out next, right? So I plan on getting all of them, even the ones that I don't really love, because that's just the kind of collector I am. I don't know if I'm going to get... Man, what's the little boy's name? Insidio? I haven't come across him in the manga yet. But I have a feeling once you read on the character, you're going to really like him a lot more. Alright guys, so I guess that's going to be it for the review. Let me know what you think about these Berserk statues, specifically Nosferatu ZODD, in the comments below. Let me know where you guys are in the manga, if you're reading along with me, or if you guys have been watching any of the animated shows or movies. Alright guys, before I let you go, all you need to do to enter into this giveaway is be subscribed to this channel, hit the notification bell, like this video, and comment below. I'm going to promote this in some random videos, so you can comment on each video where I promote this, and I'm going to pick one of those to do a random YouTube comment generator. Once we hit 80,000 subscribers, we're going to do our live show, and I'll pick one of these videos at random and pick a winner. It could be worldwide. Anyone could win it. Just got to comment, subscribe, like, notification bell. If you guys like this video, go ahead and subscribe by hitting the gem to the left. If you want to see more statue unboxings, including the gut statue that I mentioned before, make sure to hit the statue playlist to the right, and keep a lookout for Berserker armor guts coming up next. Thanks for watching. You guys stay minty fresh. Peace.